Hi everyone, and welcome back to the MS Workouts channel. If you're having a hard time straightening out your legs, then do not turn this video off, because I'm getting ready to teach you how to actually get those legs to straighten out. We're going to perform 3 steady pace exercises that will effectively strengthen your quadriceps and hamstrings and add the pliable nature that you need in order to really help you achieve the goal of straightening those legs out. Now, before we get started though, I want to make a special announcement, okay? We have decided to open up a 6-month membership option plan at MS Workouts for you to take advantage of. We're creating this unique plan because it allows us enough time to truly work with you to get the very best results from our program, while at the same time giving you access to a lower price point, as well as another really cool option I'm throwing in, okay? So we'll talk about that here in a second. As soon as you join, we're going to actually ask you to tell us what your specific goals are, okay? And then we're gonna literally build you a personalized weekly plan with all of the mini programs that we offer, so the guesswork is taken out for you, okay? And this is at no extra cost. We're just doing this with a 6-month program plan because we want you to get the very best results. You're also going to be invited to join on a weekly basis at no extra cost our live Q&As and live workout classes, so that we can monitor your progress in real time and make sure that we're giving you any of the adjustments that are necessary for you to reach your goals in the most efficient, effective, and safest way possible. This 6-month membership plan option is only available until this Sunday, so sign up before that day. To do so, just go to www.msworkouts.com. Now, let's go ahead and shift gears into this week's exercise. We're going to help you straighten those legs out so that you can walk farther, better, and stronger than you ever have before. Let's do this. Welcome back, and I'm super excited to share with you these 2 exercises and a bonus stretch after those exercises that are going to help you straighten out those knees, because this is something that individuals deal with regularly, and it really stems from not only a tightness in your quadriceps and hamstrings, but also a lack of pliable nature and strength to that tissue. So let's go ahead and rock it. All right, we're going to execute first a leg extension, what we call isometric or metabolic technique set. So we're going to target the quadriceps. This is a super simple to follow exercise. Simple in execution, shouldn't be simple in actually doing it, right? Because we're exercising, we're trying to challenge the body. And the only way that you're going to see results is by progressively challenging your muscle. So make sure you're taking a seat in a chair. Also, scoot back as far as you can in the chair so that we have as much of your femur or your thigh supported by that chair as possible, so we can take the hip flexor out of this, because we're super focused on the quadriceps. Now, we're gonna execute this bilaterally, meaning we're gonna do both legs at the same time. If you have a resistance that you can add to your tib fib, your lower limbs, do so, because again, we're looking to challenge the quadriceps. If you don't have any resistance today, that's perfectly fine. Just use your body weight. Make sure though you have a progress journal, which I don't have right now, but I know Mr. Lerner, who's off camera, our producer here, can help me throw it over. So shame on me for not having it with me, right? I'm glad I thought of it though. Thank you, Mr. Lerner. Because it's that important, okay? You need to write down the results afterwards so that you know the path in which you need to take in order to continue to see results. So if you execute without resistance and you finish this exercise, then go ahead and notate that you need to increase the difficulty next time. All right, I'm gonna shut up, let's rock this. All right, we're gonna go a leg extension, isometric set. Clock is on. Now, notice I'm resting the dumbbell on the end of my legs, okay? I'm squeezing quadriceps and I'm elevating. Now, these first 15 seconds, I'm gonna focus on what muscles I'm engaging, which are these quadriceps, these thighs, okay? You're gonna feel an immediate burn, okay? Don't worry about flexing the ankles. If you have to point the toes because of drop foot or weakness in your intertibialis, which is something individuals living with MS and other neurological affecting diseases deal with a lot, then don't worry about it. The main thing we're focused on is extending the knees here. You're not going to hurt the knees by locking the knees out here. You're just gonna get a better contraction out of your quadriceps. Now, the goal is muscle failure. That's simply the point. You can no longer keep these legs fully extended. That's success, okay? When you get to that point, notate the time on the clock, and then just jump back in and finish the remainder of the exercise, remembering when you reach muscle failure successfully so you can notate that at the end. Also, it is uncomfortable, so remind yourself what the benefits of this exercise are going to give you, which is not only strength in the lower body, but as I mentioned, a pliable nature into this tissue so you can loosen up those legs and get straighter knees on a regular basis so you can live the life you love to live with the function you want. Okay, we're in the exhaust range, which is the last 30 seconds of the exercise, and that's where you should reach muscle failure if the difficulty of the exercise is dialed in just right to give you the best results. Okay, last 15 seconds, leaning into muscle failure. So I'm getting close to finding it here. Whoo, and I got to the point where I could no longer, right? 124. I'm jumping right back in for the remainder of the exercise. 2 seconds, 1 second as I spin away from you and relax. So success, I did it. I reached momentary muscle failure right about the 124 mark. So I'm gonna write 124. I'm gonna write 10 pounds, and I had it laid across both. So I know next time I need to use 10 pounds in order to prompt the best results in the exercise process, okay? Once I complete the 130 mark with the 10 pounds, then it'll be time for me to add more, right? I could add 12 pounds next time instead of 10. All right, we're gonna jump into the next exercise. We just targeted the anterior side. Now we're gonna go to the posterior side, because it's not just the top side or anterior side that affects being able to straighten your leg, but it's also the hamstrings of the posterior side. And executing this leg curl that we're getting ready to execute is going to allow you to strengthen that muscle, add a better range of motion, as well as pliable nature to the tissue, and give you the results that you want in straightening out those legs. So go ahead and follow me down to the ground so we can execute this leg curl. Okay, as I mentioned, we're gonna execute a leg curl. Now we're gonna do this leg curl today in a, what I would call a modified version. So no matter what the function of your hamstrings are, this is something that you're gonna be able to execute, okay? So you're going to lie on your side so that it really reduces the stress and amount of loading into the hamstring. And if and when you're able to complete this exercise in this manner, then you're gonna increase the difficulty. And if you're not exactly sure how to do so, you can always leave us a comment in the box below so that we can help guide you through the process of progressively overloading the exercise. And as a member at MS Workouts, our members get a live group consultation on a weekly basis where they literally in real time get to visit with myself and other team members of MS Workouts so they can ask these types of questions and we can dial in your personalization of your exercise. Okay, so bilateral leg curl. We're gonna start in the starting position. The knee needs to be directly below the hip and on top of other knee. Heel towards the rear end as much as you can get out of the range. Clock is on. Now we're gonna initiate movement out. We're heading out. Now as you extend the leg out, you are working quadricep. We understand that. You're gonna pause at full extension and then you're heading back in. Now this is hamstring, okay? As you bring that heel back towards that rear end, you're contracting the hamstring. Bring the heel as close to the rear end as possible. Get a max contraction of the hamstring. Head back the other way. It might cramp. If it does, you just straighten the leg out. Continue to rock with your best effort. Now momentary muscle failure is the goal. On this particular exercise, that's gonna be when you can no longer continue to move through the entire range that you're originally able to move through, okay? That is success. Notate the time when you get to that point when form is lost, range is lost, and then go forward and give your best effort for the remainder of the exercise. All right, getting ready to cross that 45-second mark with this next effort. Remind yourself that this is excellent for posterior stability of the knee. It's going to add a pliable nature to the lower limb, the knee, so that you're able to straighten those legs back out as you improve the function of that tissue. All right, getting ready to go past the 60-second mark with this effort here into the exhaust range. That's the final 30 seconds of the exercise, and really and truly where you should reach momentary muscle failure if the difficulty is dialed in to give you the very best results. Pausing at full extension, heading back in. You may feel a shake, a rattle, a roll. That's perfectly natural. That's that neurological, neuromuscular system starting to fatigue, right? As you head back out, you can think about resting knee on thigh. You don't have to keep the leg up abducted the entire time. All right, last one no matter what. We're going past the 130 mark, so best effort. Notice there's a shake rocking right now. At full flexion, we're gonna pause and then slowly disengaging. Now, I completed that exercise. And when you complete an exercise, we know that it is time to increase the difficulty, okay? So I'm going to mark down 130 and I'm going to add a plus next to it. You can increase the difficulty by adding a resistance band in the line of pull of that hamstring and the flexion of the knee. You can lie on your stomach or in a prone position and do a body weight in that position because that's going to allow a little bit more resistance in the hamstring. You can also do it standing. There's multiple ways to increase the difficulty. Just make sure you're doing that next time. And also, don't forget, some of you are probably wondering right now, yes, we only executed on the right side. Go ahead, hit pause, execute this on the left side as well so that we're working both sides. Whether one side is stronger than the other, it doesn't matter. You need to be working both sides, okay? Now, we have worked the muscle tissue, right? We've engaged the muscle tissue, both anterior and posterior side of the knee. Now we're gonna jump into, on this last set, a stretch set, okay? We are going to execute a static stretch because we do have blood flow to the tissue now. And statically stretching post-exercise helps improve your flexibility, okay, which ultimately allows you to straighten out that knee at a much better function. So the first stretch that we're going to execute, okay, in this 60 seconds to 90 seconds is going to be a quadricep stretch. In the middle of the set, I'm going to flip over and we're going to actually execute a hamstring stretch, and then we will wrap things up. Let's go ahead and do this. Okay, as I mentioned, we're going to start with a quadricep stretch. So I'm going to stay on my stomach, lie flat. If you need to use a resistance band and or a towel to help you do so, to access the leg, please feel free to do so, okay? Or you can actually just use your hand, okay? Whatever is most comfortable for you, okay? Now, you should not feel discomfort or pain in your low back. You should not feel discomfort and pain in the knee. You're going to slowly bring leg, heel, knee, okay, flexion, heel towards the rear end, okay? Clock is on. Now, as you bring that heel in, okay, that foot in, you're lengthening the quadricep, okay? You should not feel pressure in the knee, all right? You could also execute this from a lying position, okay, on your side, just like we did the hamstring stretch. The most important thing here is to get flexion in the knee, okay? You can also take the knee back in this lying position, which is going to give you a greater stretch into that quadricep and actually a little bit into the hip flexor as well, okay? So let's give it about 4 to 5 more seconds here of a good static stretch. Ooh, feels good on the front of the quad. Again, taking knee back to get a greater stretch, bringing heel in towards rear end to lengthen that quadricep back out. Feel free to hang out there for 10, 15, 20 more seconds if you'd like to. I'm gonna go ahead and go to the other exercise, or other stretch rather, as I mentioned. I'm gonna flip it over. We're gonna go into a hamstring stretch. So we stretched the anterior side with that quad stretch. Now we're gonna go into a hamstring stretch. So what we're going to do is we're going to attempt to straighten the leg all the way down and out. Okay, if you cannot straighten your leg all the way down, that's perfectly fine. Okay, just get as straight as you can. You're gonna sit tall, you're gonna lean chest all the way down and forward, and you're gonna take hands down towards shoelaces, okay? You can actually do this bilaterally here, like I'm doing it, okay? You can do it one at a time. It's really up to you and your preference, okay? Making sure that we are hitting both sides though, okay? So sit up tall, taking sternum down forward. Should not feel this in your low back, right? We're simply lengthening the hamstring. You can also execute this in a seated position on the chair if you'd like to, just leaning down, getting flexion in the hips so that we're lengthening the hamstrings, all while keeping the knees extended. About 4 to 5 more seconds here, and then slowly easing out. Excellent. So thank you so much for joining me. And if you deploy these 2 exercises and these stretches on a regular basis, 1 to 3 times per week at a high intensity, be measured, be progressive, you will see the very best results possible in the development of being able to straighten out those legs, because you're gonna add a pliable nature, you're gonna add strength to that muscle tissue, and you're also gonna add flexibility to the tissue as well with that static stretch at the end. Now, before I wrap things up here today on our channel, I want to let you all know and announce, some of you probably already know, we have released and we are offering right now a 6-month membership program that's unique at MS Workouts. It gives us enough time to really work with you and allow you to get the best results, but that also allows you to have access to a lower price, as well as right now we are throwing in the ability for you to have a personalized schedule created by our team, meaning the guesswork's taken out for you. You simply send over, once you join, your goals specifically, and we're gonna send you a 7-day calendar that has your strength training, your active rest days with yoga, with stretching, with live events incorporated. We have live exercise classes, we have live Q&As, all of their fingertips at that one low monthly price, right? So I really hope that you choose to take advantage of this and take the next step in allowing yourself to have the guidance on a daily basis that will make a difference in seeing real results, okay? Don't just listen to me, go to the Google page. We have hundreds of testimonials of real people like you who have seen results because they've simply chosen to commit, okay? You only have until Sunday to do this, so jump on it now. Go to www.msworkouts.com because I wanna work with you, okay? And if you do that, I will see you in person as early as next Tuesday at our live Q&A. So you can ask me any question that you want, and I would love to be able to do that, get to know you better. With that, I hope you enjoyed these exercises and stretches. Don't forget to hit the notifications button so you can be notified when the newest videos drop. Hit a like, give me a like, right? If you enjoyed this video, leave us a comment in the comment box below so we can connect with you. And I look forward to seeing you hopefully at that live Q&A, some of the live exercise classes if you join MS Workouts exclusive platform. Until next week, deploy these, be sound, give your best effort, focus on recovery, and you will see the results that you want, okay? See you next week. Take care. Our YouTube channel is a great place to start gaining strength. But if you want to get serious about reducing your symptoms and getting results, then you need to be on a weekly structured strength training program with other individuals just like you. And that's exactly what we offer at MS Workouts through our membership. Click the link in the video or below the video to learn how our membership can help you achieve your goals. And while you're on the website, make sure you sign up for the no-cost 7-day strength camp so you can experience how we can help you do the things that you love to do with more confidence. See you all next week.